Good morning, everyone. I'm Alan Joins, Mayor of the City of Winston-Salem, and I welcome you to this press conference this morning. We're here today to talk about and unveil a very exciting new effort to help small businesses in our community. And at the end, we'll come back and talk about some of the new initiatives related to the Phase 2 reopening of other businesses in our community. I know that many businesses are eager to reopen and get started, and particularly our small businesses may find that a little bit difficult as they begin the restart process because they've been without cash flow for some time. And so today, we're unveiling a program that will hopefully help those folks as they begin the restart program. And I know that many citizens have called and expressed an interest of trying to figure out a way that they could help these small businesses. Well, today, I'm excited to announce that a small group of minority women have come up with a way to do just that by connecting us as a community virtually to restart Winston-Salem one tile at a time. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, here's a video that will explain more about this. Thank you. I'm supporting this program myself personally and financially, and I hope you'll join me. Let me introduce right now Vivian Perez Chandler, who will tell us more about this exciting program.
Thank you so much, Mayor Joins, and good morning, everyone. It's such a pleasure to be here and to share with you this exciting campaign. The video you just saw is how we can help our community together. We are a grassroots effort that is led by minority female entrepreneurs with the effort to help our community one tile at a time, created by Soy Emprendedor and the Kumi Group. This campaign you just saw turns residents into entrepreneurs, helping those same entrepreneurs one tile at a time. We know that small businesses have been pouring their life savings into everything that we've come to love and that we love to go to with our families and our friends. I personally love Delicious by Shireen, and one tile at a time, we can help these small businesses restart Winston-Salem. We know that restrictions are an unfortunate reality that have come to step in the way of those small businesses that we've come to love. But this is where you and we can all together help restart Winston-Salem. So behind me, you see a landscape of Winston-Salem. Now, how this works is in 3 easy steps. One is selecting a tile on this platform that we have. 2, upload a picture or even a logo. And 3 is to make a donation enter the amount that you would like to donate with a minimum of $10. Now, you may be asking, where does my $10 go? So we have about 250,000 residents in Winston-Salem. Imagine if we all donate $10. That means that we could raise $2.5 million to help support these small businesses that are a part of our city. We also know that not everyone is able to donate, but we are just eager and excited because together we can reach supporting those small businesses. Our goal as the One Tile campaign is to reach $20,000, but we know that we can surpass that because as of today, we are already at 25% of reaching that. And so we know that as a community, when we come together, we are able to make those connections and help those businesses restart. Know that 100% of your donation will go towards those small businesses in need of financial assistance. And small businesses can go to soyemprendedor.education to learn more about those details. We know that it's such an easy way to be a part of this campaign. Select the tile you wish to select on the layout, join the fun, and just simply be a part of this fun campaign, because it's not your typical campaign, and we're just eager to help all of us come together. The application is a way where small businesses can go to our website, again, soyemprendedor.education, and you all can see the different details that are on there. We want to make sure that all small businesses apply by June 15th, and the campaign committee will be sure to let those selected recipients know of those selected funds. Now, Restart Winston-Salem, the One Tile campaign, again, is an effort where everyone in the community can be a part of. And then we can show that mosaic where each one of us is a part of that donation. Make all of us a part of the City of Arts and Innovation, where the donors have a piece of ownership in helping those small businesses that have been there for us, because now it's our turn to give back to them. So we can link together and show them that they are not alone in this. We are here to support them, one tile at a time. Before I turn it over to our Forsyth County Sheriff, I would like to let the media know, if you would like the same video you just saw a few moments ago, to please email us at restartws@soyemprendedor.education. We will be happy to share the video with you. So now I'm going to turn it over to our Forsyth County Sheriff, Bobby Kimbrough.
Good morning. It's an opportunity for me to be here. I don't come to you this morning as the sheriff. I come to you as Bobby Kimbrough Jr. And I'm very proud to be a part of Restart Winston-Salem, because I was born and raised here in Winston-Salem. And my father taught me something as growing up as a young boy. He said, show me where a man spends his time and his money, and I can show you what he loves. And so because I love this city, I spend my time here. And because I love the campaign that you're starting, I've decided to donate some of my resources to this campaign, because I believe in what you're doing. Because at the core of everything in this city, we have our small businesses. Without them, where would we be? A lot of times we overlook our small business, but during these critical times, or these abnormal times that we're living in, it is our small businesses that have been hurt the most. And while we're all in this storm together, we're in different boats. And so those that are in smaller boats than us, we have to help them and throw out a lifeline for them. And that is why I am a part of this. And that is why I'm giving you my time and my resources, because as a resident of this county, I can't sit back and watch things happen here and not be a part of it and not be engaged. So I'm asking everyone in the sound of my voice, everyone that sees the video, join in, be a part of this. And for that very reason, I brought a friend of mine, a very close friend of mine, to the table. I brought to the table a great friend of mine, entrepreneur himself, Maxwell. And I'd like for Max to introduce himself and share with you why he's a part of this as well.
Well, first of all, Vivian, thanks for having me. Mayor, thanks for having me. And Sheriff, thanks for letting me know about this project. I'm excited to be part of this project because not only am I a resident of Winston-Salem, I am a small business owner here. And I know how greatly affected most small business owners are affected by the COVID-19. And we need to all do our part as residents and other small business owners to help each other get through this. Because if we allow some of these small businesses to close, the effect and the recovery would be so long. So I personally am donating. I challenged the sheriff to match my contribution, and he did. So I'm personally put my money where my mouth is, and I hope everybody else in the community, even if it's just $10 or whatever you can afford, other small businesses and other residents, please donate to this cause. And I'll be out there. So if you see me in the streets or you see me online, I'm going to ask you if you've donated to this campaign, because we can't afford to have our small businesses disappear, because it'll be a long road to recovery. So thanks for doing this. Thanks for putting this together. And I'm glad to be a part of it.
So thank you all for sharing this. And that is one of the most important things, is coming together as a community when our community needs us the most. And so I would like to thank the Mayor Alan Joines, our Forsyth County Sheriff Bobby Kimbrough, and Maxwell for being here with us today and sharing how important it is to help our entrepreneurs by being entrepreneurs ourselves. I would like to open it up for media questions, but also know that you can reach out to us if you would like that link to the promo video you saw by emailing us at restartws@soyemprendedor.education. So, and now I'd like to take some questions from the media.
Yes, Daniel Pierce here with Fox 8 News. I do want to kind of ask, what is the plan in terms of how is this money going to be divvied out with some of the businesses that are going to be able to sign up for that financial aid? Is there kind of a deadline or even a timetable of, okay, we're going to wait till we reach the amount that we want to kind of hit and then disperse the money? Or is it going to be whenever these businesses apply, they will go through a process and get the loan?
Thank you, Daniel. So our deadline for small businesses to apply is June 15th. And from there, our committee will come together and look at all of these different applications. And from there, we will go and see where our donations have been to be able to match that funding that we want to provide.
And also want to follow it up too. You know, we downtown Winston-Salem is kind of the heart of the city, and throughout all this, it's been struggling. You know, we walk down, we see closed businesses that are not just only doing takeout, but that have closed indefinitely or closed until they're able to reopen. Some business owners I know have closed and they have shut off the idea of wanting to even reopen again, that they just kind of want to call it quits. This program, how do you hope it to start that conversation, wanting them to try and return to their business, or how is this right here going to encourage other small businesses to either expand or fill those open vacancies that are now throughout downtown?
It's such a great point, and we see, I mean, whenever we log into Google to see what places are open, we see temporarily closed, and we feel that, you know, once we start seeing how much our community is there to support these small businesses, our goal is really to reach out to all the small businesses in Winston-Salem so that they know that we as a community are here to help them because they've lost hope. But we are here to bring that hope back because we want those small businesses to come back. They're a part of our community. They've made our community as successful as it is. And I'm not ready to let go of those small businesses that have been a part of our lives, a part of, you know, many memories we've made. So that's our intention, is to create that hope, but we can't do it alone. We need the support from the community as entrepreneurs to help those entrepreneurs that are in need.
And Justin, you having those conversations with those businesses, I know there was discussion of there have been a lot that have wanted to reach out to try and get some sort of aid. What are some of the conversations that you've had with them, and what are some of the things that you are personally seeing whenever you're going throughout Winston-Salem and seeing small businesses?
So today was our official launch date. And so today, moving forward, our goal is to start reaching out to those small businesses. Our application is live now. And so as a part of our marketing strategies, we're going to make sure that we reach out to those small businesses and get the information, get their financial needs, and just listen to them. But the main part is going to be for them to apply, and then we will see their need as it comes through.
You know, this is Mayor Joines. Let me just also add to that, if I might, Vivian. Certainly, we as a city are hearing from small businesses, as I mentioned, about issues they're facing, and I'm going to be talking about just some things that the city's doing as well in just a few minutes to try to help with some of that restaurant reopening issues. Also, the Chamber of Commerce and the Downtown Winston-Salem Partnership have also created a small business assistance fund. So working collaboratively with this One Tile at a Time program, I think we're beginning to get some real traction and some ways that we can really help small business throughout our community. But we are hearing those things and hearing the needs that are out there. Been working very closely with the Forsyth County Food and Beverage Coalition, and I appreciate the advice that they've given us on ways that they need specific help, and some of that has to do with money to restart. So we're very excited about the One Tile at a Time campaign.
Ed, do we have any other questions from the media? Did we do
So
such
without seeing any additional questions, we can proceed and go back to Mayor, please.
Marina is asking to be recognized.
Oh, Marina from Que Pasa, please go ahead with your question.
We can't hear you, Marina. You may be muted. There you go.
Vivian, do you have any information or the video in Spanish to promote this with a small Hispanic business in Winston-Salem?
Thank you, Marina. So all of this information will be also in Spanish.
Okay.
We will ensure that the application is also available in Spanish. Perfect. And the links will be all provided in Spanish. We'll be happy to share that with you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Maria. Very important question. So thank you, Vivian, for walking us through that. Let me just add very quickly that I mentioned the city is working collaboratively with a number of organizations to try to help, particularly downtown restaurants, to be able to increase their capacity during the phase 1 operation. As you know, restaurant is limited to 50% capacity during this phase 2 at the governor's order. So today we are announcing that the city is creating a new program to allow restaurants to have expanded outdoor dining space along the sidewalks adjacent to their businesses, even in front of other businesses as well, if they get permission from those other owners to expand. We believe this will allow them to increase their capacity during this phase 2 limited time frame. Also, restaurants outside the downtown area can use adjacent private parking lots as long as they maintain their parking levels that are needed for their businesses. We're very excited about this, and we've seen programs around the country that have worked on this. We did consultations with our local restaurant industry, as I mentioned, the Forsyth County Food and Beverage Coalition. And what they told us was they needed a consistent long-term strategy, not just a one-off kind of every other weekend kind of a strategy of closing streets or something of that nature. So we tried to come up with a consistent plan that restaurants can have a long-term expanded capability during phase 2 for how long that lasts there. Also would point out that there is another program called which is a way that restaurants can assure their patrons that they're doing all the particular sanitizing and procedures that will keep them safe if you come to their facility. And then finally, before I stop, I want to also acknowledge a serious problem that we're trying to come up with a way to deal with, and that is the high disproportional level of our Hispanic citizens here who are contracting the COVID-19 virus. Like the last numbers I saw, that 57% of all the cases are Hispanic individuals. So been working with a number of you on this call on ways that we can better communicate the message to the Hispanic community about ways to protect themselves. And we're going to really be ratcheting that up in the near future. Thank you all very much for joining us this morning. I hope everyone will join me in supporting the One Tile at a Time program and find a tile that you like. And
Hello?
I think the mayor got caught up.
Hey, this is Wes Yelling at the Journal.
hey, Wes, can you hear me?
Hey, listen, I have yeah, I can. I have a question. Couldn't get in before. I don't know, it was a phone problem or something. But anyway, the statement was made that 100% of the donations go toward this effort. So there's no administrative costs or anything like that that'll come out of that, and sort of, how's it paid for to raise the money?
That is correct. There are no administrative costs to this. Our committee is putting on their personal time and effort to make sure that 100% of the donation goes directly to those small businesses.
Okay. And also, I had a follow-up on that. the Chamber of Commerce has a program for helping small businesses, and they sort of put a priority, they said, on downtown businesses, women and minority businesses. Are there similar guidelines with this program, or is it open to all businesses on an equal footing, or is it, are there targets, I guess?
Our program is open to all small businesses. The difference between us is, this is a community effort where we all together can make a donation to help support those small businesses. And we are going to be taking those applications, and everyone will have an equal footing. There is a focus on minority small businesses, but everyone will have the same equal opportunity.
Any other questions out there this morning? Sorry if I cut you off.
Oh, that's all right. And yes, Mayor Joins, this is Ethan Carlson with Spectrum News. I was just kind of going on with your new restaurant plans moving forward. It seems like you're focusing a lot on restaurants and small businesses. How important are those businesses to the city of Winston-Salem and to Forsyth County?
Well, certainly small businesses make up the heart and soul of our economy. Almost 80% of our new jobs will come from small and mid-sized companies going forward. And they also add a certain level of vibrancy, as you pointed out earlier. It's good. I was out last night and had dinner downtown, and it was good to see folks out and about downtown again and creating that energy, because that's what your whole city's about. It's that energy coming from the core outwards. And if your core is not vibrant, then your whole city is kind of suffering. So we're putting a lot of emphasis on that, and I think it also ties into our convention visitor industry as well, to be able to have a good supply of dining opportunities going forward. We're excited about this way that we as a city hopefully can help restaurants get additional capacity during this time.
Daniel Pierce, I'll say it again. Wanted to jump in and ask, financially, do you know how much the city of Winston-Salem has been hurt financially, on an economic level over the past 2.5, 3 months? And what role could this, projection of hopefully reaching 2.5 million, what role will that be able to play in financially recovering in some aspects?
Well, as you know, sales tax revenues are a key part of the city's budget. And so we're projecting anywhere from a 20 to 25% reduction in sales tax revenues. When you take that number and tie it into other fees and revenues that we would get, we are projecting almost a $13 million budget deficit for next year's budget. And we're in the midst right now of budget discussions and deliberations, trying to figure a way to close that gap. But it has had a significant impact on our budget, and we figure it will continue on into next year until this crisis gets behind us a little bit.
Hello, this is Wes.
Yeah, Wes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
This is sort of getting down into the weeds of the sidewalk thing, but part of this whole deal is where businesses can use parking lots to have outdoor dining. And as we were talking around in the office yesterday, we thought about this. You've got businesses that are at 50% capacity out, away from downtown, who could maybe use some of their parking lots for outdoor dining if they were allowed to sort of use up some of those parking spaces that they're required to have because of zoning regulations. And we were just wondering if any thought's been given or will be given to whether you could loosen up those parking regulations since they're at half capacity with the restaurant, so that way they could have outdoor dining. And I don't know if you've had any pressure or calls from those restaurants to do that, but just the idea came up.
Yeah, that's a good point, Wes. I know we looked at issues such as that, putting this together. And what we said is we would be open to hearing from restaurants, business owners that would like to use their outdoor or their private parking lots if need be. Ken Millett, who runs our business development office, can work with them on that. But as of right now, of course, it only came out this morning, your article, by the way, so that we haven't heard anyone so far, but I think we're open to looking at that. Just got to make sure we don't. And this order would certainly end, this temporary approval would end at such time as the phase 2 ends and the governor takes us into phase 3.
Mayor Joins, it's Talitha from WXAI. Quick question regarding the sidewalks.
Yes.
When it comes to restaurants, just making and ensuring that, people still can, it's pedestrian friendly and people can
Yes.
still get out there and everything like that. How will that, one, be enforced? And then two, when it comes to the businesses that are looking to expand their outdoor, I guess, dining service at this point within phase 2, has any consideration been given to like shutting down like segmented areas or parks or streets to assist with that?
We did look at some cities have closed some streets on a temporary basis, and we looked at that, and in consultations with our restaurant industry or representatives, but they felt like that having, as I mentioned, something more consistent that would be open every night rather than just saying, we thought about maybe every other weekend we would close streets downtown and allow folks to expand out into the streets. But it's very difficult. It's more complex than you would think because we have residents living downtown. They have to be able to get back to their apartments, their parking decks. We have public safety issues with fire and police, emergency medical to be able to get through downtown. So in looking with that, we felt like that being able to expand on the sidewalks was the best way. And the restaurants, I think, have agreed with us in that regard. Being able to expand all the way down the street from them, as long as the adjoining property owners give their permission to do so. But you made a good point that in doing that expansion, they have to maintain a 5-foot walking area for pedestrian access as well as handicap access.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Daniel Pierce again with Fox. I just had one more quick question for you, Mayor. Do you know of how many businesses have had to close just in the past 2.5 months, 3 months, due to not being able to either financially struggle and then have to close up or just have closed up altogether?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I do not have that number in front of me right now. We could try to get that number for you and get that out to you, but I know a lot. Some of that's going to be coming now as they are eligible to reopen to see which ones might not open. I think some restaurants have made a decision not to reopen again, but as I understood it, some of that decision was made not necessarily for financial reasons, but because of their own personal decision to do so, and didn't want to open in a 50% capacity and not be able to have the energy that they enjoyed in their restaurant and so on. But I don't have that other number for you. Sorry. Any other questions? Thank you very much for joining us this morning, and thank you for supporting the One Tile at a Time campaign. And remember to wear your mask.
Thank you. Thank you all so much.